Hello guys, this video is going to cover the second chapter in the Management Information Systems series. This chapter is dubbed Global E-Business and Collaboration. In this chapter, we will answer the following outline questions. What are business processes? How are business processes related to information systems? How do systems serve the different management groups in a business? How do systems that link the enterprise improve organizational performance? Why systems for collaboration in social business are so important, and what technologies do they use? What is the role of information systems function in a business? Now, before we begin, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Our first question in this chapter is, what are business processes? Before we talk about business process, let's talk about a business. A business is a formal organization whose aim is to produce products or provide services for a profit. Businesses purchase inputs and resources from the larger environment. Suppliers, who often are other firms. Employees of the business firm transform these inputs by adding value to them in the production process. From the production stage to the selling stage, and even after selling has taken place, there are a series of activities and processes that take place. The actual steps and tasks that describe how work is organized in a business are called business processes. A business process is a logically related set of activities that define how specific business tasks are performed. Business processes also refer to the unique ways in which work, information, and knowledge are coordinated in a specific organization. Every business, regardless of its size, must perform four functions to succeed. It must produce the product or service, market and sell the product or service, keep track of accounting and financial transactions, and perform human resource tasks such as hiring and retaining employees. These four major functions of a business can be shown in this diagram. Some of these processes are part of larger encompassing processes. Many business processes are tied to a specific functional area. For example, the sales and marketing function would be responsible for identifying customers, and the human resources function would be responsible for hiring employees. Other business processes cross many different functional areas and require coordination across departments. Consider the seemingly simple business process of fulfilling a customer order. Initially, the sales department receives a sales order. The order goes to accounting to ensure the customer can pay for the order either by a credit verification or request for immediate payment prior to shipping. Once the customer credit is established, the production department has to pull the product from inventory or produce the product. Let's talk about our next question. How are business processes related to information systems? Exactly how do information systems enhance business processes, you may ask. Information systems automate many steps in business processes that were formerly performed manually. Modern information technology can actually change the flow of information, making it possible for many more to access and share information, replacing sequential steps with steps that can be performed simultaneously and eliminating delays in decision making. That's why it's so important to pay close attention to business processes, both in your information systems course and in your future career. By analyzing business processes, you can achieve a very clear understanding of how a business actually works. Moreover, by conducting a business process analysis, you will also begin to understand how to change the business to make it more efficient or effective. So the connection between business processes and information systems lies in the ability of information systems to automate business processes. This generally allows the business to facilitate production in an efficient and effective manner. Having established that information systems and businesses are related in Chapter 1, let's talk about how information systems serve the different levels of management in an organization. How do systems serve the different groups in a business? The four major functions, their departments, and their business processes. Each of these functional departments has its own goals and processes, and they obviously need to cooperate in order for the whole business to succeed. From the first chapter, we discussed the levels of management in an organization and understand that there is the senior management, the middle management, and the operational management. Now, the middle management is where the scientists and the knowledge workers are, and the operational management is where the production and service workers or data workers are. Now, we also discussed at length types of information systems, and we understand that the transaction processing system is used at the operational level, and the data and information gathered by or stored by the TPS is used by management information systems to produce reports for middle management decision-making processes. This is to say that information systems are tailored to each department according to their needs and specifications. Information systems also serve the organization by using intranet and extranet to increase integration and expedite the flow of information. Intranet refers to a company internal website that is accessible only by the company's employees, and extranet refers to company websites accessible externally only to vendors and suppliers, often used to coordinate the supply chain. Now, these systems and technologies we have just described are transforming firms' relationships with customers, employees, suppliers, and logistic partners into digital relationships using networks and the internet. So much business is now enabled by or based upon digital networks. Digital networks are electronic business and electronic commerce. E-business refers to the use of digital technology and internet to drive major business processes. E-commerce is a subset of e-business, which involves the buying and selling of goods and services through the internet. Now, e-government involves using internet technology to deliver information and services to citizens, employees, and businesses. Our next question for this video is, how do systems that link the enterprise improve organizational performance? In chapter 1 and even in this chapter, we mention and talk about the various types of information systems used in a business. The question is how all these different systems can share information and how managers and employees are able to coordinate their work. In fact, these are all important questions for businesses today. Well, guess what? There are actually information systems with the sole purpose of doing just that. These information systems are classified as enterprise applications, which are systems that span functional areas, focus on executing business processes across the business firm, and include all levels of management. Enterprise applications help businesses become more flexible and productive by coordinating their business processes more closely and integrating groups of processes so they focus on efficient management of resources and customer service. There are 4 major enterprise applications: enterprise systems, supply chain management systems, customer relationship management systems, and knowledge management systems. Each of these enterprise applications integrates a related set of functions and business processes to enhance the performance of the organization as a whole. Let's talk about each of them in detail. First, the enterprise resource planning systems, the ERP systems. These collect data from different firm functions and store data in single central data repositories. It resolves the problem of fragmented data and enables the coordination of daily activities. It provides efficient response to customer orders and helps managers make decisions about daily operations and longer-term planning. Supply chain management systems. These systems manage a firm's relationships with suppliers and shares information about orders, production, inventory levels, delivery of products and services. Its goal is to deliver right amount of products to a destination with least amount of time and lowest cost. That speaks to efficiency. Customer relationship management systems. They provide information to coordinate all of the business processes that deal with customers, sales, marketing, and customer service. It also helps the firm identify, attract, and retain their most profitable customers. Knowledge management systems, the KMS. They support processes for capturing and applying knowledge and expertise on how to create, produce, deliver products and services. They also collect internal knowledge and experience within the firm and make it available to employees. At this point, we understand that information systems need to be incorporated into business in order to improve performance. However, It is still important for the people inside the firm to work together in the attainment of common goals. This brings us to our next question. Why systems for collaboration in social business are so important, and what technologies do they use? What is collaboration? First of all, collaboration is working with others to achieve shared targets. Collaboration focuses on tasks. Now, social business simply refers to the use of social networking platforms to engage employees, customers, and suppliers internally and externally. The goal is to deepen interactions and speed up information sharing conversations. Social business requires information transparency, driving the exchange of information without intervention from superiors. A collaborative, team-oriented culture won't produce benefits if there are no information systems in place to enable collaboration. Currently, there are hundreds of tools designed to deal with the fact that in order to succeed in our jobs, we are all much more dependent on one another, our fellow employees, customers, suppliers, and managers. Tools for collaboration and teamwork include email and instant messages, wikis, virtual words, collaboration and social business platforms, virtual meeting systems, cloud collaboration services, Microsoft SharePoint, IBM Notes, and enterprise social networking tools. These are only to mention a few. Now, what are the requirements for collaboration? This diagram provides the requirements for collaboration. From the diagram, it can be seen that the firm's performance is dependent upon the quality of collaboration, and collaboration quality is made up of the collaboration capability and the collaboration technology. Collaboration capability speaks to decentralized structure, an open culture, and a breadth of collaboration. And for the collaboration technology, it involves the use of collaboration technology for implementation and operations. Also, the use of technology for strategic planning. These are the requirements for collaboration: the collaboration capability plus the collaboration technology. That determines the collaboration quality, which in turn determines the firm's performance. Now, it is important to note that a collaborative business culture is very different. Senior managers are responsible for achieving results, but rely on teams of employees to achieve and implement the results. Policies, products, designs, processes, and systems are much more dependent on teams at all levels of the organization to devise, to create, and to build. Now let's talk about the benefits of collaboration. Now, in terms of productivity, people working together can complete a complex task faster than the same number of people working in isolation from one another. There will be fewer errors. Now, to speak to quality, people working collaboratively can communicate errors and corrective actions faster than if they work in isolation. There will be a reduction in buffers and time delay among production units. For innovation, people working collaboratively in groups can come up with more innovative ideas for products, services, and administration than the same number working in isolation from one another. There are advantages in group diversity and the wisdom of crowds. Customer service. People working together in teams can solve customer complaints and issues faster and more effectively than if they were working in isolation from one another. Financial performance. As a result of all of the above, collaborative firms have superior sales growth, and financial performance as compared to firms that are not collaborative. So the question now becomes, how does a firm build a collaborative culture? For a collaborative culture to exist, senior managers must rely on the teams of employees. Policies, products, designs, processes, and systems must also rely on teams. And the manager's purpose must be to build teams which are effective and efficient. Let's talk about the time-space collaboration tool matrix. Now, this matrix is used to classify collaboration technologies in terms of whether they support interactions at the same or different time or place, and whether these interactions are remote or co-located. So what can be seen on the diagram here, we have the time or space collaboration tool matrix. Over here at the top, we have same time or synchronous. Also on the other side, the right side, you have different time or asynchronous. So you realize that it matches. You have same time and then same place. So if you are at the same place and everyone is working together at the same time, that's what co-located and synchronous. And the collaboration technologies used are decision rooms, single display groupware, shared table, wall displays, and roomware. Right? So the same time, same place will involve face-to-face interactions. And on the other side, you have the different time, asynchronous, and same place, co-located. So in a situation where the workers are all working at the same place, but they work at different times, the technologies employed would be the continuous tasks. The one shift finishes their work and then it is continued by another shift, right? So the technologies used would involve team rooms, large public display, shift work, group work, project management, among other stuff. Now at the bottom we have different time, different place, and then the same time, right? So that's going to be synchronous and different place. So remote and synchronous. With that we have remote interactions, right? Because you are not at the same place. Everyone is working at a different place or from a different place at the same time. And with that one, the tools for collaboration would involve video conferencing, instant messaging, chats, virtual words, shared screens, or multi-user editors. And also we can have a situation where the workers are remote workers, but they are working at different times. So with this type of system, the collaboration is characterized by communication and coordination. That's where they employ the use of emails, bulletin boards, blogs, asynchronous conferencing. Right, that would be different time conferencing, group calendars, workflow, version control, and wikis. Right, so that's that for the collaboration tools. Let's look at our last question. What is the role of information systems function in a business? In other words, this question is asking what are the functions of information systems department in an organization. Now, the information systems department is a formal organizational unit responsible for information technology services. It is often headed by the Chief Information Officer, the CIO. Other senior positions include the Chief Security Officer, the Chief Knowledge Officer, and the Chief Privacy Officer. Programmers, system analysts, and information system managers are the subordinates in that department. Other workers or components of those departments include the end users. These are the representatives of other departments for whom applications are developed. And then we have the IT governance, right? The department formulates strategies and policies for using IT in the organization. Exactly. So this brings us to an end. We have answered all our questions. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, only if you found these tutorials helpful. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next chapter.